Hey everyone, this is a quick video to show you how to reverse the retrieve on an Allen Kraken reel. This is a Kraken 5, got it loaded with 11 weight line. I ordered a left-hand retrieve, they sent me a right hand, and I read online that somebody else had the opposite thing occur, so you know, it's no big deal. They also say right on their webpage that it's easy to reverse, which is kind of true. It is easy to reverse once you know how to do it, and that's the part that's a little unclear because there's no documentation that comes with it. So anyway, pull the spool off, just loosen that little nut there and put your spool aside. You don't need that. Here's the rest of the housing. The trick is you gotta get the spindle off. Now I've learned that the easiest way to do that when you first do it is to crank that drag down super tight to give it something to bite against, and then just lefty-loosey the spindle off. Mine's gonna come pretty easy because I've had it off a couple times to inspect it, and then just pop this off. Make sure you don't lose this little plastic washer that goes back in the lock washers that are in there, and you put the spool aside. The bearing is actually in the spindle, so this was the part that took me forever to work with, and customer service, bless their hearts, they emailed me constantly without really giving me the answer. I eventually figured it out. You just have to get in here and then pop this off, and the bearing is inside. So put the spindle over here, bearing is right there. You just got to kind of tap it against something to get it to expose itself. It'll come here in a second. Nope, there it goes. And then just take it, flip it over, put it back in. Now you're set to be able to retrieve. Pop it back on the end there. And then I'm gonna loosen the drag on the back of this thing now. That doesn't need to be as tight to put the spindle back on. I think it actually works against you if it is. Kind of get it lined up. And then drop that thing on, tighten it up against the gasket that's in there. Spindle's golden now. All right. And then put your spool back on. Tighten up your little lock nut here. Make sure it's seated. Looks like it's pretty good. And you can test it by cranking the drag down and making sure that when you pull, I just set mine to left-hand retrieve. Make sure that the drag is engaged when you're pulling out as if you were fishing left-hand. Obviously, this would be okay. That drag works really well. I can't wait to get this thing on some tarpon. So yeah, that's it. That's the way you switch right-hand retrieve to left-hand retrieve on an Allen Kraken reel. Hope it helps.